We have been eating our way across Malaysia for almost 4 months now, and we seem to be having a constant debate of what food is best here. The Indian food, the Malay food, or the Chinese food. We have loved so many dishes like char kuey teow, chicken rice, laksa, tandoori, roti, nasi kukus, nasi kandar, and honestly there are so many more, we can't show them all.
We've even been really impressed with the quality of the street food here in Malaysia. For instance, this Lok Lok food truck where you cook the food yourself right there on the side of the road, or these pangsit noodles we enjoyed late night in Penang. We also really fell in love with the local favorite Ramly burger, which we actually made our own version of at home in our kitchen during lockdown. And of course, we've probably had nasi lemak 3 or 4 times per week, every week. We've had some pleasant surprises like chendol, which was a little bit alarming at first, but I enjoyed. We've had some total fails like mur and nira, a drink made from tree sap. But all in all, we really tried our best to push our limits and try anything and everything with a positive attitude. One thing is for sure, the food here in Malaysia is really good.
The reason for this is because Malaysia is a multicultural country with 3 distinct people groups: the Indians, the Chinese, and the local Malays. These are 3 cuisines that are world famous on their own, but here in Malaysia, they're all available. But before we decide whether we prefer Indian, Chinese, or Malay food, let's first start with our favorite dish.
Obviously, our search for great food took us to Penang, the food capital of Asia. So after a day of hiking and swimming and exploring the national park Taman Negara, we were really hungry and we were in search of something delicious. The restaurant Kapitan did not disappoint. Look at the color of this tandoori chicken we had. It jumps off the plate. It jumped right in my mouth. I absolutely loved it. But to be clear, that dish is only my second favorite. My absolute favorite meal I've had in Malaysia was at Maliki Nasi Kukus. The entire experience here is memorable. Eating outdoors, eating with your hands, eating off of a paper napkin, the little pickled pineapples they sneak in there that are so flavorful. And to be clear, the best part about the Nasi Kukus here is that gravy they make that smothers everything. If I lived in Malaysia, I would eat at this place every day, or at least every week. It is so good. We tried a bunch of Nasi Kukus at a bunch of different locations, and it is clear that Maliki Nasi Kukus is just on another level.
Now for me, the nasi kandar experience we had in Penang was my favorite. People kept saying that nasi kandar is a must when in Penang. So we went to Hamidia, one of the best nasi kandar restaurants in Malaysia. Rice is served as the main dish, and you can choose whatever veggies or meat to spread on top. I had mine with beef rendang and a giant shrimp. It was amazing, and honestly, I would go back to Penang just to eat this again. This food alone was worth the trip to Penang.
So as we're trying to answer the question of whose food is best in Malaysia here, we're kind of stumped. Nasi kandar, for example, originated in India. The Indian Muslims brought it here. But we spent 60 days backpacking across India, and we never once saw nasi kandar. So it doesn't really exist in India anymore, and it's really popular in Malaysia. So it's hard to say it's Indian food if it doesn't exist in India. Hard to say it's Malaysian food if the Indians invented it. We'd probably have to call it something like Malaysian Indian or Malindian or something.
Another one of my favorite dish is called chicken rice. It is originated from China, but every Asian countries like Indonesia or Singapore or Thailand has their own version of the dish. Singapore even has it as their national dish. I'm sure if you grew up in China eating chicken rice and then came to Malaysia to try this version of chicken rice, you would notice some differences. So it's hard to call the chicken rice served in Malaysia Chinese food. It is more appropriate to call it Malaysian Chinese food.
So like we told you, we've been traveling for 3 or 4 months here, and we've been constantly debating, what do you like better, the Indian food or the Malaysian food or the Chinese food? And then once we made the video, once we started getting into it, we realized it's kind of a silly question. It's kind of a flawed question.
That's right.
They're kind of all Malaysian food.
Yeah, they blend into a Malaysian cuisine.
They definitely blend together.
What makes Malaysian cuisine is because they're all from different part of the world, you know?
Right. Everything's kind of constantly adapting and evolving and blending together. I'm still not sure if nasi kandar is considered Indian food or Malaysian food, or maybe, like I said earlier, Malindian. I like that word. What would you do for Malaysian Chinese food?
Malaysian Chinese food.
Chinese food. That doesn't
Chinese.
work. That
I think
doesn't
nasi
work.
kandar though. I think it's Malaysian. I don't think it's India because, as you said, we didn't find
It's
it.
not
We
in
didn't
India.
see it in India. Indian food in India and Indian food in Malaysia is different.
Very different.
And so
Good
is the
point.
Chinese food. Chinese food in China and Chinese food in Malaysia is different.
Right.
Yeah.
Also, we had nasi kandar with beef rendang,
Yeah.
which is Indonesian,
I
I think.
it's from Indonesia.
So it's hard to say where these foods really come from.
Yeah.
So let us know in the comments a couple things. One, do you agree all of the food is Malaysian food? That's an important one. That's kind of our idea.
yeah.
Is that accurate? The other question we
think
have
so.
is, what's your favorite? Do you like Malaysian Indian, Malaysian Chinese, or Malaysian food? What's your favorite one? And then the other question we have is, where the heck is nasi kandar from? If you were going to say nasi kandar is from, where would you say?
I gotta say it's from Malaysia. I think the Indian
Maybe Malaysia.
might have brought like the curry inspired dishes that goes on top of the rice, but they made it into a Malaysian version of the dish.
Right.
Yeah.
Good
So
point.
it's kind of like char kuey teow. The Chinese has the dry version, and then the Malay make it
The wet version.
the wet version with gravy on top.
Exactly.
And, yeah.
So it's hard to say if you like Malaysian food better or Chinese food better when there's kind of different versions of everything and they're all blending together.
Yeah. They're all
So-
good though.
There you have it, guys. They're all good. That's the other thing we've really made certain in this video. They're all so darn good. If
Yeah.
one is better than the other, it's not because one is bad. They're all really delicious.
Yeah.
We loved our time in Malaysia. Thanks for watching our video, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.